How well do you know the person living next door, or perhaps the individual sharing your apartment? Often we live in close proximity, yet miles apart, separated by the invisible walls of loneliness. Today we will dig deeply into this universal phenomenon. Loneliness, a profound human experience, transcends borders and cultures, leaving no one untouched, from the bustling cities of Canada to the farthest corners of the globe. Despite living in a hyper-connected world, the sting of loneliness persists, highlighting the intricate maze of human relationships and our ceaseless quest for meaningful interaction. We humans are inherently social creatures, thriving on interactions, crafting social structures not just as whimsical constructs, but as vital lifelines for our survival. But beware, loneliness lurks in the shadows, an unwelcome guest waiting to be recognized and expelled. But what is loneliness? It is not mere solitude. It is a deep-seated desire for connection, a yearning that can permeate even the busiest of cities or the most bustling of communities. In Canada, where vast wilderness coexists with vibrant urban centers, the paradox of loneliness is especially stark. Despite being in the midst of a crowd, many Canadians wrestle with feelings of isolation and disconnection. In the Canadian landscape, solitude can be both a sanctuary and a challenge. From the rugged coastline of Newfoundland to the majestic Rockies of Alberta, Canadians often find solace in nature's embrace. Yet the other side of solitude looms large, with remote communities and isolated individuals facing heightened risks of loneliness and social isolation. Loneliness is a widespread issue, gripping approximately a third of adults globally, according to a survey conducted in 2021. In Canada, around 13% of individuals aged 15 and older consistently wrestle with feelings of loneliness, with the rates varying among different demographics. The World Health Organization recognizes loneliness as a significant health threat, comparing its impact to smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day. Loneliness is not just a fleeting sentiment, it's a complex condition intertwining mental and physical health risks. Loneliness, like a complex tapestry, is woven from various threads: societal, cultural, and personal. Major life events such as retirement or migration can disrupt our social networks, intensifying the feelings of isolation. Imagine a retiree who, after years of being surrounded by colleagues, suddenly finds himself alone, disconnected from the daily hustle and bustle. For Indigenous communities, the sense of disconnection runs even deeper. Historical trauma and systemic marginalization can sever their ties to their cultural roots and community, deepening the chasm of loneliness. The echoes of past injustices continue to reverberate, exacerbating feelings of isolation. Or consider the migrant who leaves their homeland, their familiar surroundings, and their loved ones behind in search of a better life, only to face the immense challenge of building new relationships in a foreign culture. Migrants and those who are forcibly displaced face an enhanced risk of loneliness due to social disruption, cultural barriers, historical trauma, discrimination, and employment challenges. Their vulnerability to loneliness is amplified, creating a wall of isolation that can seem insurmountable. So the next time you see a retiree, a migrant, or a member of an Indigenous community, remember they might be grappling with the invisible walls of loneliness, just like many of us, and maybe, just maybe, a simple act of kindness, a smile, or a warm greeting can make a world of difference. In the intricate tapestry of loneliness, one thread that stands out prominently is the language barrier. As of 2021, almost 1/4 of the Canadian population were immigrants or permanent residents. Many of these individuals come from diverse linguistic backgrounds, with languages that diverge from the country's official tongues, English and French. In fact, the 2021 census revealed that 12.7% of the population primarily spoke a language other than English or French at home. This percentage rose even higher among immigrants, with a startling 69.4% reporting a mother tongue other than English or French. This linguistic diversity, while enriching our cultural landscape, also presents a significant challenge. Language, the primary tool for human communication, can become a towering wall, isolating individuals from their community and intensifying feelings of loneliness. Imagine the struggle of trying to express yourself, to connect with others when the words you know are not understood. The simple act of buying groceries or asking for directions can become a Herculean task, but it's not just about practicalities. Language is also a carrier of culture, of shared history and values. When language barriers exist, they can also hinder cultural understanding and empathy, further widening the gap of isolation. However, overcoming this barrier is not an insurmountable task. It requires concerted efforts from individuals, communities, and societies to bridge these language gaps. It underscores the importance of promoting inclusivity and understanding in our increasingly multicultural world. After all, every thread matters in the tapestry of humanity, and when one thread is strengthened, the whole tapestry becomes more resilient. So let's make an effort to understand, to learn, to communicate. In our exploration of loneliness, we've unveiled its many facets, from societal and cultural aspects to the language barriers that can exacerbate its effects. However, the toll of loneliness extends beyond emotional distress, manifesting as a public health crisis with profound consequences. Studies have revealed its association with a myriad of mental health ailments, including depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. Loneliness is a part of the human experience and not a personal failing. The impact on physical health is equally staggering, with loneliness correlating to increased risks of heart disease, stroke, and dementia. Loneliness influences detrimental behaviors such as excessive alcohol consumption, substance abuse, and poor lifestyle choices, exacerbating health deterioration. In Canada, where healthcare costs loom large, addressing loneliness is not just a matter of individual well-being. It is a strategic imperative to alleviate pressure on the healthcare system and bolster societal resilience. By understanding the intricate web of factors contributing to loneliness and implementing targeted interventions, we can forge a path towards a healthier, more connected future for all. As we move forward, let us not forget the importance of a kind word, a listening ear, or a simple gesture of support in breaking the invisible walls of loneliness. Every journey steps with the first step, so it is crucial to note that there are practical strategies to combat this pervasive issue. Loneliness can be mitigated, and its effects can be lessened with a holistic approach that involves self-care, community engagement, and professional help when needed. First off, it is important to cultivate self-compassion. Engage in activities that soothe your soul, whether it is a calming walk in nature or a therapeutic bath. Live in the present moment and make an effort to share your experiences with others, whether through a lively chat with a friend or a thoughtful conversation with a co-worker. Secondly, strive to build real-life connections. While technology has its perks, it is essential to balance digital interaction with face-to-face communication. Join clubs or classes that align with your interests, as shared passions can ignite strong friendships and foster a sense of community. Volunteering can also be a powerful antidote to loneliness. By dedicating your time to a cause you care about, you can bond with like-minded individuals while finding a sense of purpose. Physical health is intertwined with mental well-being, so remember to take care of your body. Regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and adequate sleep can significantly impact your mood and resilience. Now, if loneliness persists, do not hesitate to seek professional support. Therapists and counselors are equipped to provide valuable guidance and coping strategies. In communities across Canada, initiatives are underway to tackle loneliness head-on. From seniors circles to Neighbourhood Connect, these programs aim to foster social connections and combat isolation, especially among vulnerable populations. In bustling cities like Toronto and Vancouver, grassroots organizations and community centers serve as sanctuaries of warmth and camaraderie, providing support and companionship to those grappling with loneliness. Remember, overcoming loneliness is a journey, not a destination. It requires concerted effort both at the individual and societal levels. As we continue to navigate this path, let us strive for empathy, understanding, and connection, for these are the keys to a healthier, more inclusive society. As we move further into the digital age, technology's role in our lives is becoming increasingly significant. But it is a double-edged sword, particularly when it comes to the issue of loneliness. On the one hand, social media platforms, online communities, and digital communication tools have the power to connect us with people from all over the world, breaking down geographical barriers and making it easier to maintain relationships despite distance. This can be a lifeline for those living in remote areas or unable to leave their homes due to physical or mental health issues. However, with the rise of these digital platforms, we're also seeing an increase in feelings of disconnection and isolation. The statement, "I have 5,000 friends on Facebook, but my days are so lonely, the bottle is my best friend," is a poignant reminder of the superficial nature of many online interactions, leaving us feeling overwhelmed and disconnected despite being more connected than ever before. Furthermore, the constant presence of technology can disrupt real-world social interactions. Picture a family gathered around a dinner table, each member engrossed in their own device, the room filled with the glow of screens rather than the warmth of conversation. This scene is becoming all too common as technology begins to overshadow traditional social interactions, fragmenting our attention and deepening the feelings of loneliness. The other edge of the sword is sharpened by the issue of digital divide. Access to high-speed internet is uneven across Canada, making it harder for some communities to stay connected. As we continue to navigate the complexities of loneliness in our increasingly digital world, it's crucial to strike a balance and remember the importance of face-to-face communication. Here in Canada, we're witnessing a growing movement of community initiatives and public policies aimed at reducing loneliness and fostering meaningful connections. From the bustling city streets of Toronto to the tight-knit communities of the Arctic Circle, Canadians are finding innovative ways to combat loneliness. Moving further north, we see the power of tradition and storytelling in Indigenous communities. Drum circles and storytelling sessions provide a sense of belonging and continuity, anchoring individuals to their cultural heritage and collective identity. These practices serve as a lifeline, providing emotional support and a sense of community, especially in areas where access to technology may be limited. But it is not just about community initiatives. Public policy plays a vital role in combating loneliness. Government programs aimed at improving digital literacy, providing mental health support and promoting community engagement are all part of the larger effort to build a more connected society. In the face of adversity, Canadians are proving that the bonds of friendship and community can be woven tight, offering a source of strength and resilience. As we turn our attention to the future, let's remember the power of community and the importance of reaching out, both online and offline. The impact of urbanization and globalization has reshaped the social fabric of our cities. Rapid growth, along with demographic shifts in Montreal and Calgary, have highlighted the need for inclusive urban planning and community engagement initiatives. Investments in affordable housing, green spaces, and public amenities can help create environments that foster social cohesion and connectedness, reducing the risk of loneliness and isolation. For newcomers to Canada, the journey towards integration and belonging can be fraught with challenges, from language barriers to cultural differences. However, the resilience and courage they bring to their journey are a testament to their strength. In cities like Toronto and Vancouver, where diversity is celebrated, immigrants find support in communities and newcomer organizations. Yet more needs to be done. By investing in language training, efficient employment services and mental health support, we can ensure that newcomers feel welcomed and valued, fostering connections that transcend borders and generations. Loneliness is a nuanced challenge that requires both individual and collective efforts to overcome. It calls for open communication, shared activities, and prioritizing quality relationships. It also requires informed policies and services tailored to the needs of individuals. In Canada, renowned for its diversity and vast landscapes, the battle against loneliness continues. By nurturing meaningful connections, celebrating these diversity and fostering communities of support, we can envision a future where loneliness is scarce. Let us unite to unleash the transformative potential of connection, creating a world where no one feels isolated or alone. Don't leave me here alone. Like the video, subscribe to my channel and share the video with at least one person you think need to hear it. Thank you for watching. Walk good.